Hey you guys, so today I wanted to talk about the craziest dream I had that actually happened. Now I've had many dreams since I was a kid that used to transpire, may it be people, even my results, exam results, okay, that would come true. I would see premonitions that always came true, and they do till date. The birth of my nephews, several deaths, train accidents, whatnot, okay? I'm weird like that, but I'm not saying weird in a bad way. I know there are a lot of people who experience this and there are proper terms for this, like clairvoyance, premonitions. I don't want to label myself, but that's just me in a nutshell. So I'll tell you about the time where I saw an animal in my dream and it actually popped out of my room. So in my dream, I saw, this was when I was living with my parents. I saw from my room, there was a tiny little mouse that came out of the bookshelf and just went outside. And even though I was sleeping, I could see myself standing in the hallway. Maybe that was my astral body, I'm not sure. I was standing in the hallway, it was super bright, there was daylight, and I saw this tiny mouse come from outside of my shelf, outside of my dustbin in my room, and just go outside. I forgot about this dream, okay? I saw this in the morning, and then that very day in the evening, I was sharing a cup of tea with my mom, and she freaked out all of a sudden. My mom was super terrified of mice. And I saw this tiny little mouse, both of us. She screamed because she saw that mouse, same mouse I saw in my dream, come outside, like crawl out of my room from behind the dustbin. So that was super weird. And my jaws dropped because I forgot that I even saw this in my dream. And that little guy just snapped, like just ran away. So, okay. First of all, if you hear any noises in the video, it's because it's India and it's never quiet here, ever. My balcony is right across the main road, the metro station. Then there's my husband who's gaming in the other room. So yeah, all that good stuff. I don't understand. I've been all around the world. I'm not blowing my own horn, but let me tell you a bit about myself. I was raised overseas. I moved out of India when I was 2 months old. I've traveled extensively, but let me tell you, only over here, I've been around Asia as well, but only in India do people use the car horn as a toy. Like, it is basically a toy here. They're always honking. They expect the vehicle in front to fly off. Even if it's a rickshawala, they'll expect him to fly off. Now, I'm not saying that people are not annoying as, on the road, but what's more annoying than someone honking away to glory? Like, I remember before we came here, we were in the Philippines, and not just in the Philippines, but in general, it's a thumb rule. In and around hospitals, you're not supposed to honk so much because it's just basic decency. There are patients that are healing. Nobody cares about that here. People would literally come up to your face and honk if they could. Okay, I don't want to make this a rant video, but as I was saying, getting back to what I was sharing, about my dreams, I actually had this dream and that was super weird. I saw this little mouse. I've had many more dreams like this, and some are not that pleasant. And there was a point in my life where I used to pray to God to make me stop having these dreams. It worked for a while, but then I have no control over this. And I'm sure those of you who do have premonitions can relate to this video. You can't really control this. It's part of who you are. It's in your DNA. Now, maybe it's from a past lifetime. I don't know. They say we're all born psychic. Some people are just more fine-tuned with their ESP than extrasensory perception than others might be. So yeah, I actually used to keep a dream journal. I don't know where that is anymore, but I remember I heard Dr. Brian Weiss. He's the author of Many Lives, Many Masters. If you haven't read that book, what are you doing? You should really read that book. So he suggested to people to have a dream journal. I used to see a lot of numbers, names in my dreams. I love the sound of wind chime. I don't know if it's coming in this video, but I love wind chimes. Yeah, so I used to grow up seeing that, and I still do. I actually saw one of my cousins. How to put this? I saw him passing away. The day he passed away, I had a dream at 4 a.m. in the morning. I saw two figures. They were shadowy figures. They were coming in the sky, like they were coming towards me. I was standing in the street, like our street, and I could see them hovering up in the air and coming towards our house, and they were taking away my mom's body. Now, in our culture, I'm a Bengali, so we believe that I grew up listening to this from my mom, that if you see something happen to you or your loved one, it actually happens to someone else who's not in your immediate family. So that afternoon actually, okay, I had to pause it in between because there was a kid going upstairs and he was screaming his lungs out. So that afternoon, I got a call from my mom as I was coming back from my animation course that, this happened. The tragic loss of my cousin brother, he passed away. So I did see that. And even my mom, before she passed away, I lost my mom, my best friend in the whole world, to COVID in 2021. And I remember she shared a story with me, like not a story, but an experience. She had a premonition a few months before she passed away. Like she saw a hag and she got really spooked by this dream. She was in tears when she told me, but back then I told her, it's just a dream. That's what I told her because I just wanted to calm her nerves. I did believe her, but I didn't want to spook her. She saw an old lady sitting on her bed telling her, and that old lady was like a crone. She wasn't friendly. She looked like a hag, and she was telling her, it's going to be her time. And it was really scary. And she got so scared, she woke up crying and she told me that this actually happened. And guess what? After a few months, she passed away. I'll make a different video about that. But these dreams that I was talking about, they're really strange, but sometimes they do help me. I'll tell you a funny dream I had. It's kind of funny. When I moved here, I bombed in math. I wasn't good in math at all. Abroad, you have calculators, TI-83 or what is it? I forgot the name, but you have calculators for doing everything. But in India, you have to do everything manually. So when I moved here, the course hit me like a brick because I didn't have a background. I had a lot of catching up to do because the course had already started when we moved here. So I actually saw my marks. They were not the great, but I saw that in my dream. And when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, to my mom that they prepared because I saw I did horrible in the exam and it actually did transpire. Thankfully, I passed, but it was not the greatest marks, but who cares? Yeah, so that actually happened. And I don't think theorems are helping me out in life in any shape or form. But that's only because I suck in math. It could be great for you, more power to you if you're good in math. I think I'm the only one who's disastrous in math in my whole family because my father is really good in math, as was my mother and my sister. So today's the weekend. I thought of coming out here and talking to you guys. I don't have great many friends. However, the circle I do have, they're awesome people and I love them so much. Do you see what I have to put up with? The beautiful honking noises. It's amazing that I don't have hearing aids till now. That's a bad affirmation. Excuse that. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing wonderful and I hope everything works out for you and I hope you have your faith strong. And I don't want to sound like a minister, but I'm just about to take your leave, so I thought I'll end the video on a positive note. So I'm gonna come back with more videos soon, okay? And you might be seeing me in this top for my other videos that I filmed today, but it's okay because this is not a fashion channel. As long as I look decent, it's okay. So stay blessed till next time and I'll see you guys soon.